Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saints TV. This is JV basketball. West Fork girls versus St. Ansgar Saints. Candle Genius here. Is that thing still going in the background?
Nope.
You don't hear it. Oh, that's you.
It was my phone. But I'm checking to see if our mics are working since we've had.
This is JV basketball.
They sure do. Or yours works anyway, and that's all that matters. We've burned that over here. Who made that bucket?
No.
We just had us a Saints bucket here. It's
Jada
2-2.
Meyer.
Jada Meyer.
Jada Meyer.
Buries the jumper. She's got 2. Saints are tied up. With the West Fork, is it Warhawks?
Yes.
It is Warhawks.
Not Wildcats.
Not Wildcats, not Warriors, but Warhawks. All you fans of Rockwell, Swaledale, or Sheffield, Chapin, Missouri, Thornton, joining us here, I'm sure.
You better believe it. Hey, we're still working on some of our exposures, some of our lighting. I think our sound is good now. The chat's open, so this is usually the chat is how we find out
If we have a problem,
the sound
right?
isn't quite right. You got it. Got our PTZ camera mounted on the wall, which is amazing.
Huseman misses the 3, but Horgan gets the rebound. Rogerson with it now. Into the lane. What do you call that? A Euro step? But in JV basketball, they call that a travel.
Ooh. You know what has to do with the referees, doesn't it? It's not so much.
That's what the kids claim, that varsity refs will let you do that. College refs will let you do it. NBA refs certainly don't care. But the JV refs, they do not care for the Euro step. I don't even know what that is. Can you explain what a Euro step is? It's like where you take the ball and like move it and like travel, but they don't want it called to travel if you're a child. What? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's like a type of layup, but you can you hop.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
That 3 won't go. Rebound to the Warhawks. 21 is 21. Aisley Winfrey. Aisley Winfrey's a freshman. Says she's 5'6". Doesn't look 5'6". So maybe I have the name wrong or the numbers wrong on the roster. Anything's possible at the
How tall
JV
does she
level.
look? I mean, you're way the heck up
She's
here. How tall does she
5'10"
look?
if today's Friday.
5'10", and today is Friday.
Okay.
We're going to go with that. Playing with the color here a little bit. So don't be discouraged, folks.
Yeah,
Don't
those are
be
not your
discouraged.
eyes.
Hey, that's less yellow, isn't it? Maybe not.
It sort of seems like we're in sepia mode. You remember sepia mode from the original cell phones, flip phones back in the day? You probably had sepia mode on your phone, Kinsey. No, you're not that old?
Sepia?
It was the first
Like sepia is like what they used to do back in the old
right?
West.
Yeah, to you could colorize the photo to make it look old.
Yeah.
That Nokia flip phones had that or something back in the day. I remember.
Nokia.
Time in the chat if you can back me up on this.
Yeah, the color is a thing that we're still trying to figure out here. We learned some things during wrestling, I'll say that. Every camera setting also preserves whatever color setting was established at that time.
Friday night here in St. Ansgar, the first of 4 girls JV, followed by boys JV. Then we'll start a new stream and get you to those 2 varsity games. Not your average Joe here with Special K. Where do we want to go? Where do we land?
K.
Special
Doesn't
K?
matter.
That's your
I think
favorite?
special.
I
I
like
like
it.
the Special
I
K.
like it. The 3 by Westport gives them a 7-point lead over your short-handed Saints here, playing with just 6 girls on the roster here at the JV level. Tonight, they have an injury or 2. Just depleted this team early in the season already, unfortunately. But they've given it their best.
I'll tell you what's going to happen here with the color in these games. I'm probably going to screw around with it here. I'll probably mess something up. The JV games are probably going to be a little bit off of real life. Sorry about that, folks. But come varsity time, Duke shows up. And you know what happens when Duke shows up? The colors get fixed.
Exactly.
And you'll never have to
he'll
look
work
at it
some
again.
magic, and he'll push buttons that we already pushed, but they'll actually, it'll work for
You
him
got it.
for some reason.
Exactly.
And he'll do exactly what we already did and make us feel silly. Like, we did that. Well, didn't work. He's got magic touch. Sometimes you got to have those people on your team that have the magic touch.
Jada Meyer's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Jada Meyer has the 2 points for the Saints in the early going. See if she can add to that.
Whoa.
Just short. Right on line. Just a little more oomph here on this one.
Oomfier.
Oomfier. A little less oomph than that one, though. Find the happy spot in the middle. She was just warming up. Now she's ready. 13 is Zeta Huff. 12, Jana Harms. 14, Kiara Wood. And number 3, is that number 3? Am I seeing that right?
Yes.
Abby Schoening. I believe those are your West Fork players at the moment. 20 is Macy Mayland. Inadvertent whistle. Turnover Zebras, and it'll stay here. That happens.
It's been known to happen.
If I had to run like that, my whistle would constantly be blowing because I'm just out of breath.
You'd be huffing and puffing.
Exactly. Think of the distraction that would be. .41, Adrina Franzen. 11 is Sophia Huseman.
On the score clock tonight,
Go ahead.
Not Your Average Joe. I think it's worth mentioning because that's not an easy job, right? So Not Your Average Joe takes on the role, honestly crushes it. So thank you.
Happy to do my little part here. 9-2, timeout called. Who called that timeout, Kinsey? Did you see?
St. Ansgar.
St. Ansgar, all right. So let's keep going through our rosters here. Hattie Rogerson is 51 for your Saints. Jada Myers, 35. Olivia Damaris not out there. She has an injury, so she's here with us, 33, but not on the court. I think she's probably out for a bit with that injury. Not a doctor, but that'd be my prognosis based on the way that the bones don't connect anymore. I think that's not how it's supposed to be. Ella Horkins, number 13. I think it's public information. I saw it on Facebook where the X-ray didn't. Again, not a doctor, but it didn't look like your ankle/leg area they're supposed to look. So, hopefully she gets better in a hurry. The Saints are sure missing her tonight. And then as the season goes on, that happened in the no, it wasn't the first game, but it must have been the third. It was a home game, right? We were broadcasting here. At whatever game that was after the Osage game that was at home. I believe that's the game that happened in. It didn't look good. In fact, we didn't show the replay. It's one of those, let's not look at that again because it just didn't look good. She came down on.
Well, actually, we did. So we
look at it?
we ended
Yeah.
up finding because we're like, well, what happened?
Oh,
Right?
that's
so
right, 'cause there was
it
some
was
question.
later. It wasn't
Yeah.
immediate.
Yep.
But we went back and we said, okay, we kind of want to understand what happened. And she, I don't even know, as she was coming down on that she put her full weight on it. She clearly knew
Yeah.
that it hurt, right?
Yep.
And so that's kind of when she came crashing to the floor and took a little while to get up. But we weren't sure. It felt like she had the wind knocked out of her.
Right.
It looked
Yeah,
like
that's
she was
right.
holding
Because
her ankle.
we were commenting like, boy, dude, what happened there?
Yeah.
So that's too bad. Get well, Olivia. Get that ankle leg healed up. Get back for the next one.
Exactly.
Hate to see that. All these kids put in a lot of time and effort, and to lose a season like that early on because of an injury stinks for everybody. That'll do it in the first quarter. Saints trail 9-2 to the Warhawks.
So we're a little late getting started on this one. So we're going to go ahead back to kind of original reel for our sponsors. We're so appreciative of the sponsors that keep Saints TV free to watch. So we'll be back right after this. right, we're back. Thank you to our sponsors for keeping Saints TV free to watch for those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Glad to have you here tonight, Special K.
Glad to be here.
You know, not your average Joe and I, honestly, we're pretty big dummies when it comes to basketball. We've seen a bit of basketball, but that doesn't mean we understand everything. So It's so great to have someone who understands what's going on and can talk to us about the different defenses, the different offenses, the expectation. What do we expect to see in this situation, things like that. So great that you're willing to share your experience with the crowds out here who are watching tonight.
Can't say I know everything, but I guess I've seen a little bit of basketball.
The clock is not running here in the arena, so we're keeping the clock live for everybody right now.
It says 5:37.
I see they ran 3 seconds off quick when they saw that they forgot to start it, so we'll let them catch. So a little free basketball here at the JV level tonight.
It's just a nice chance to get some extra playing time.
That's right. That's right. So we'll start ours. There you go. Now we're synced up back again with the clock in the gym here. Good pass inside. So what do you have to do with that? You know, when you catch that, are you better off to just catch and shoot from that spot, or do you like the move and try to get inside, or that's just a feel thing and based on where the defense is and how you react to it?
Well, for me, I'm not going to put the ball on the floor when I'm down there because I'm short. So if I'm there, I'm taking it up right away. I'm not going to be able to make a move on a tall girl or anything.
Yep.
But if I was a big girl, I'd probably make a move. Still don't put the ball on the ground, but definitely make a move there.
Yeah, there's a lot of a space, I don't know, between wherever you're dribbling from and the floor if you're taller.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little riskier, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's usually why the shorter girls are the point guards, because it's a lot easier to steal from a taller girl, definitely. Their waist compared to my waist is probably 5 inches difference, so.
Sure, yep, that makes sense. The physics of it all.
Who's the tallest girl you ever played against?
Audie Crooks.
How tall is that girl?
I think she's like 6'4", I don't know.
Ooh, nice steal.
Having a ton of success down at Iowa State, too, Audie is.
Yeah.
Rogerson's bucket.
No good, but she's fouled.
Like it. She'll go to the line. Second foul on the Warhawks in this quarter. Timeout. West Fork. 30-second timeout. Ice the shooter here. Rogerson will see right through that play, though, right? We haven't figured out this announcer jinx yet thing. We've tried, being just downright insulting, trying to reverse the jinx, and that didn't work. And all we did was I got hate mail from Mom. I'm kidding, that was a joke. Yeah, we decided that probably doesn't sound great, so we aren't going to do that anymore. And if we talk too positively, that definitely hurts. So maybe we'll just call it as we see it. We'll try.
We'll try everything. I mean, if free throws aren't going, then we'll try switching. We just do, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to, in the top
you got the color
right.
fixed. What'd you do there? That looks much better.
I think it does, too. So we're going to leave it there and hope for the best. Really doing a good job of putting you where I want you, though.
First one's good.
Rogerson, her first point of the night. Hattie, the 5'5" freshman. Second one's no good, but that is going to be off a Warhawk and to the Saints.
And you probably couldn't hear it in the broadcast, but that sounded like there was some skin loss on the floor.
Yes,
and
definitely.
That did not sound comfortable.
You're right.
Oh, my goodness.
Kinsey, what's that feel like? Tell us about
it's
sliding
brutal.
across the floor.
I still have scars from all the times I've been on the floor.
I bet. It's like you said, when you can hear it up here, like,
And
like
about the time it starts to heal, you break it right open again.
I suppose that's true.
Rogerson,
Oh,
good
nice.
and fouled.
We're going to test our replay here on that. There's another look at that one. Replay shown in the upper right-hand corner, so you know it's not 2 buckets, just one being replayed.
Nice move there. Kind of took that extra step, get herself wide open, and buried the jumper and got fouled.
Oh, nice looking shot. Turns it into a 3-point play.
She's got 4 of the Saints 6 tonight.
Saints are definitely looking more confident out there this a little bit later in the season.
Yeah.
A lot more aggressive, too. Starting to figure things out.
Things didn't go their way at Nashua on Monday night, but their confidence in terms of how they played was much better. They just literally couldn't get the ball to go down. I mean, bounce around, hit every spot of the iron, and come out. It just was one of those nights. It turned out to be one of those nights in several games there. Even the ones we won, even the girls' game we won, we struggled at the hoop on the north end of that building. Just nothing went down.
I think we always struggled there, too, when I played. We never had good shooting nights. We're always in foul trouble against Nashua.
You know, one of the things I noticed, and I'm, again, not at all being critical of the officiating, because I would never do that, and I'm seriously not, is we always have different officials down there. That's the one time that's as far to the south we ever go, and we always get Cedar Falls officials. And up here, you kind of know, right? As a player, Kenzie, you get to know the officials, right?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
what they'll let you by with, and when you have the same ones, the same 6 maybe in rotation, you know, a couple times a week, you get used to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that.
Well,
Am I
remember
all wrong? Or
No, definitely. I mean, you know what certain refs call and what they don't, what they're watching for, basically. But during regionals last year, we had the same exact 3 refs for the first 2 rounds. So that helped us definitely. We got lucky, and we knew what they were going to be calling. Some of these other teams didn't. So.
Yep. And I think that's part of what happens at Nashua is we get a set of refs we just don't normally have, and yeah, they call things either differently or we're just not expecting it, and I think that makes a difference. We see it in baseball all the time, and we know enough of the umpires, and I'm sure softball is the same way. You get to know enough of them, and there'll be nights with Dad Coach Joe shows up and Max is pitching for the night, right, and we have umpire A, and Dad's real excited because I know that, hey, that outside corner, Max going to be able to throw it a foot outside, and that's going to be strike 3 about 4 times tonight, and we're all going to smile and move on. And our guys know that, right? So we can work to that. And then there's nights where you show up and go, uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. This one's going to be a long one. This is going to be a 13-14 kind of baseball game, you know, and it's going to be wild because the strike zone's just different, you know?
Yep.
And I think it happens in basketball, too, more than you think. And when it's an advantage if you understand that and can make the adjustment. Because it's one thing to know it, it's another to be able to change it, too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But Myers fouled again. The 4th on the Warhawks of the quarter.
Short again. See, this is Meyer checking in.
Macy
right?
Meyer.
Macy Meyer.
Spelled differently than peanut. What was the call there, Kenzie?
Called a violation on the shooter. She stepped over the line before it touched the rim.
Gotcha. You have to wait until it hits the rim to leave the free throw line.
Yeah, so everyone else can leave on the release except for the shooter and the girls that are outside of the arc. They must wait till it hits the rim or the backboard.
Oh, that's awesome info.
So if they're outside the arc, they have to wait. They can't go inside the arc?
Yep.
Got it.
They can move anywhere outside, but they can't step into the arc.
I didn't know that rule. See, again, this is why we love having you here.
Good move inside. She's fouled on the floor, but it doesn't matter because that is foul number 5. She'll go to the line to shoot once they figure out it's 5. There, they figured out it's 5. Now, she go. Meyer knew it. The officials just didn't know it yet.
She definitely knew.
How do you like that rule change? I know you played a couple years. No, just 1 year with it, right?
Yeah.
And 3 without it. Which do you like? If it was your choice, you were queen for the day, what do you pick?
Well, I like this one because you're guaranteed 2 shots, but I also feel like you don't get to that many fouls as often, so you don't always get the shooting opportunity. But, I mean, I guess there's pros and cons.
Yep. I'd be interested in the stats. I'm sure somebody has them. I'll let you call this. Rogerson. Saints are within 1. I'm sure somebody's got the stats, but I'd be interested in if there are fewer free throws under this in high school basketball or more. And I'm sure it changed it.
Yeah.
It feels like it's fewer free throws are attempted.
But then you get 2 guaranteed.
Right.
So
maybe that washes it out, and it's the same number, just less trips, perhaps.
Yeah.
We were equating that to the old rule last week, and the old rule would have been double bonus at 10 and any half, right? And that's essentially what you're doing is 5 fouls and a quarter is the equivalent of 10 and a half. But, of course, you're able to get there. Yeah, I don't know. Because you get there earlier, right? You get in the first quarter.
Yep.
You're not shooting any free throws until you hit 5.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the stat, though.
Yeah,
How many?
Agree. Saints are within 1. Rogerson has 6 points. Jada Meyer with the other bucket. Saints are keeping this one close here tonight. Oregon, is it taken away? The jump ball is the call in. Buy yourselves a scratch-off ticket because the Saints win.
Today's the day.
Jump ball. Today's the day. All the jump balls are going our way, ladies and gentlemen. That's my
there's
prediction.
a nice inbound pass.
Misses the shot, gets her own rebound, though. Franzen fighting for it there.
I'll bet you this one doesn't go our way.
Yeah, unfortunately. I guess they aren't all going to go our way. 20 seconds left.
Wide open, does not shoot the 3.
Kind of surprised me there, too. Usually West Fork, pretty...
Yeah.
Anybody's open, they're going to shoot that 3. Saints get the rebound there. And with 1.3 on the clock,
Shots.
we get a foul called inside. That'll be shots. Sure will.
And was it Meyer again? Who was it?
I think it may have been. It was. So the Saints can take the lead into the half. The Saints can tie it going into half.
Joe, that's hilarious.
Meyer.
And
got
they
it.
do.
Jada Meyer's got 3 points. And it's a tie game here. Going into half, Saints 9, Warhawks 9. Hattie Rogerson with 6, Jada Meyer with 3.
And with that, let's see how long our halftime is here for this JV. So far, it's going to be 0, but we're going to go to commercial break. Just crank up the volume. You'll know when we're coming back. But these are the sponsors that keep Saints TV free to watch, so you'll want to listen in. Don't go anywhere.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Cut! It's
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement, or whatever.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game.
All right, we're back to the game here, even if I'm not in the right spot. I'm sorry about the ad. So I may have mentioned we got a new computer or different computer here. We're trying to set up like an actual, like, hey, this just lives here kind of setup for Saints TV and our home court stuff. It requires a little bit of a little work. I think we're getting close, you guys. Feel really good about it.
Awesome.
But there's some things that aren't quite done yet. And obviously, those who are looking at a dark screen during our advertisements know what I'm talking about.
Huff is fouled on the drive, makes the shot. Free throw doesn't fall. Franzen with a rebound.
Nice rebound at that.
Pretty good read by Rogerson. See the opening there. But she's blocked.
Go back to the Nashua games. That was a really tough spot for everybody to play, and for whatever reason, it seemed like everything was like was the court smaller. We were certainly a lot closer as we were observing the game and broadcasting from there. And it was just hard, like you said, to make buckets. But I tell you what, this team, they looked like they watched the film and have responded.
Yeah. Speaking of response, it looks like West Fork's going to put a little defensive pressure on. And press just a touch.
I'm going to guess their varsity will be doing the same.
Little interesting foreshadowing.
They always press us pretty hard.
They do,
so.
and they're good at it, aren't they?
Yeah. They usually do the trap press, but...
Try to get you to dribble into a corner, right, or pick up your dribble before you get to half court and up against the sideline, and then then she's over. It's not good. It's really hard to get out of that, isn't it?
You know what frustrates me? That. And some teams like West Fork are just really good at it. It's really good at it.
It's got to be frustrating for players, too, I'm sure. Myers'
Good
jumper
idea.
doesn't go. Great hustle by Horgan. Saves it back in. Tussle underneath. My favorite basketball word is tussle.
I like that word.
West Fork wins the tussle. A quarter second from being a jump ball, because everything's a quarter second from being a jump ball.
It really, really is. It'd be a travesty if we didn't have shirts before the end of basketball season that somehow, some way had the word tussle.
Tussle in there? Yeah. Ready for an old basketball tussle.
A good old-fashioned tussle.
Nice steal there by West Fork's Huff. Good pass. Bucket's good. Press effective.
Wow, is it ever?
Looks like they brought the trap out.
My Marzen makes that one. And the Saints need a timeout. Good timeout by the coaching staff there. Coach Urich says, let's draw a little something up here to help deal with this press situation. And good coaching by West Fork to make that adjustment at half, right? We made that little run to close the second quarter. They were a little lethargic, looked a little flat-footed. So let's get you back engaged by playing some defense. And it's been very effective. 9-9 at half. West Fork's on a 6-0 run.
If you're wondering what you're looking at right there, that is Coach Zipsy feeling a little down because his hair is the wrong color.
It really is.
These guys.
He's got to feel all alone.
He definitely feels all alone.
Doesn't even have blonde hair, man.
He's like, why don't you guys talk to me? That's what he's saying. Why don't you guys talk to me? I'm like, well, look at your hair, dude. Kenzie, I'm sorry you can't see this. We should get you a screen over there. That should be one of our updates. We need a monitor right there.
Yep, permanently mounted somehow up here. That'd be great.
That doesn't block even more of your view. That's going to be the challenge.
It is. Huseman gets it in. And then she gets the pass at the other end. But can't corral it. West Fork's coming the other way.
Taken away by Rogerson.
It's great defense by Rogerson. She just read that, saw it coming.
Oh, nice bounce.
Huseman's bucket is good.
Just like they drew it up.
Nicely done. Sophia Huseman, number 11 with the bucket. Her first of the night. Rogerson with the rebound. Going to call the foul. I'm just not sure on who. It looks like maybe they'll give it to West Fork on Schoening.
I got to believe that's true.
West Fork's first of the quarter. Inbound pass is taken away. Good defense there again by Huff. But she can't make the layup go. The Saints will push the other way. Rogerson's three is off the mark. Rebound by Huff and the Warhawks. Two shots coming. Foul, I think, going to give that one to Franzen. Is that 12 shooting there?
Number 12.
Number 12. Harms is the shooter. Misses both. Jada Meyer with the rebound.
Great job by Meyer to get that back to herself. A couple of black jerseys surrounding her.
So is this long possession? Oh, just about to say ends in a bucket. Nah, I still can't. Meyer is fouled, though. She'll go to the line here to shoot two. But as you know, that's a 30-second possession. The shot clock didn't move. We've talked about this on Saints TV a couple times. Kinsey, I'd be interested in your take on, at the JV level. I think usually it's kind of a coach's decision beforehand. They discuss, are we turning the shot clock on or not for the junior varsity game? Later in the season, we see it a little bit more, but usually early in the season, it's off. What's your take on that? Should we play more JV games with the shot clock on, or do you think it's better to just let kids play and we'll figure out that shot clock when we get to the varsity level?
Well, I mean, it's hard because I see it both ways. First, it helps them get ready for that varsity level if they get to experience the shot clock. But also I see it as they're freshmen, never obviously experienced that in middle school, and now they're stepping into the high school where basketball's a little different than middle school, and they could be playing against seniors, you know. So it's just a lot tougher for them, and they're already learning so much more being in high school.
Yep.
So it can be a lot, but I also feel like they need to experience that shot clock, and it'll help get them even more ready for varsity.
Yep, makes sense. And I think that's kind of, you summed up, I think, our opinion as well when we've talked about it. Is you probably got to work it in some. So,
yes.
But it probably, we can also understand, especially if you have a young team like the Saints do with all freshmen, they've got some time to figure that out. So I would guess our coaching staff is going to err on the side of let's leave that thing off.
Yeah.
Especially this season, with as young as this group is.
Yeah, and even just getting the, if I dare call it muscle memory, but just kind of getting out of volleyball mode, getting into basketball mode, and understanding the handling and making those things just part of. You don't have to think about the moves. You don't have to think about the dribble. You don't have to think about keeping away from the defense and finding just the comfort later in the season, right? So that now you can kind of start thinking about that next thing, and that next thing being the shot clock. I like the idea of waiting until the second half of the season, and Joe, like you said, especially with the youth of our JV program.
Yep. Speaking of youth, Franzen gets on the board. She gets her first bucket of the night there while we were having that conversation. And then West Fork comes down and buries a three. Seems to be the story of this half. Saints make a bucket, and West Fork answers, fueled by their defense. There it is again. Speaking of defense, Rogerson deflects that pass, but commits the foul. I like the aggressive play. I saw an Anderson girl once make a couple fouls like that, just like that. And you know what else I saw is a lot of those turn into steals when they don't call it a foul, right?
Yes.
So, be aggressive, right? And stay aggressive and then adjust, right? If it's okay, I've got two of those quick fouls on those, I guess I'm not going to get away with that one tonight.
Yeah.
But if you get away with the first one, right?
Yep.
Of, hey, I was a little aggressive there and no call, now it's game on, and Ms. Kinsey would have 12 steals in a night.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Yeah, I was always big on if there was a big trying to drive while my defender's outside the arc, I'd take a step in and try and swipe it away from them. A lot of times you get called for that one, so that one's tricky. So I had to be very careful sometimes.
Yep.
Usually wouldn't bring that one out till later in the game. Didn't want to pick up cheap ones right away, but definitely.
If you can get by with it, it
Yes.
is super effective. And smart on your part, right? That's a basketball intelligence thing of understanding the game and knowing what I can get away with and what I can't. And like you said, when to use it and when not to. And like, okay, I'm probably not going to do that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But I've got 2 fouls and there's 4 minutes left in this game, and this could be a big stop if I can swipe this thing away. Why not give it a shot?
I also was a fan of a quick one where if we were to just make a basket and we weren't pressing or anything, if my team were to go back down the court, I'd kind of sit back there and try and catch them off guard and step in front of the inbound pass.
Yeah.
But that one is also very tricky because you get called for a foul on that one a lot because a lot of times you'll make contact with who they're trying to inbound it.
Yep, got it. So you're trying to step in there, but
Yeah.
as they're coming to the basketball,
Yep.
you may make contact.
Yep.
There are your JV boys getting ready to play their game.
6 minutes left in the girls' JV game. 18-13 West Fork leads it. Been a good game, a back-and-forth affair. It was 9-2 West Fork. Saints go on a nice run to close the first half and close it out 9-9. But West Fork came out, foot on the gas in the second half, through the press at us, the trap at us defensively, and that has created a bunch of turnovers that have led to buckets, easy buckets at the other end. Huseman has 2, Jada Meyer has 3, Franzen has 2, and Rogerson has 6 for the Saints as we head into these final 6 minutes. Nice pass. Franzen to Meyer. She misses the first, but the second one, down it goes. Saints are within 3. Jada Meyer has 5 points tonight. And an extra offensive rebound, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Pad the stats. Why not?
Yep.
Turnover.
Going back the Saints' way.
Here comes that press again. See if the Saints can break it here. Rogerson's tied up. Jump ball. The arrow points to
West Fork.
there's some question in the arena, but that is what it ends up. And I think that's the right call. Little grab, little tug. Marsden gets fouled.
So the arrow said Saints.
I think that was the confusion, was it? They
And
knew
now
it
it says
wasn't
West Fork.
Saints. And so now,
There
they
we go.
fix it.
There
The
we
official goes over and says, hey, you still got that arrow wrong. Maya Marsden, first is good. And the second goes right through.
2 good free throws.
Rogerson, baseline. Scoop. Ooh. She might have traveled beforehand, but she gets away with it, so it's all good.
That one going back to the Saints.
All right. So they must have touched it on the way out. The way out. I guess.
I believe so.
Huseman checks in for Meyer. Oregon. No good.
Rebounded by Rogerson.
She's
She'll
quick.
bring it out.
Fast break.
That's Aisley Winfrey. Makes the bucket there.
Oregon got caught on that midcourt line once again. And West Fork makes these Saints pay. That defense is stifling.
They must have 12 of their 24 points on those fast break turnovers here. Almost all their points in the second half are off of those plays. Good defense pays. Raucous Saints crowd wanted to travel there. Didn't get it. And by raucous, I mean they murmured the word travel.
Loud enough to hear it with your headphones on.
That
might
is
mean
true.
something.
Maybe it was more than a murmur. Myers fouled. I was going to say blocked, but fouled I like better than blocked.
Myers spends a lot of time getting fouled tonight, doesn't she?
She has shot a bunch of free throws. I will let Kinsey estimate the number. We exaggerate here. Don't forget that. How many free throws do you think she's taken tonight?
15.
That's a pretty good exaggeration, I think.
I like that too.
But it's probably 6 or 8 legit.
Yeah.
That's a lot. She's been at the line a bunch.
Exaggerate with confidence, we say around here.
Same call there. Over the line again. Early, I believe. So neither free throw goes. The deficit is 9. Marzen travels.
There's that murmur again.
There it is.
I heard it.
We're just trying to help. I always say, I'm just trying to help. But the murmur is the correct volume to help at. There's no doubt. It's keep your, what do they say? Criticisms quiet and your cheers loud. That's how you break that little trap. I used to see Kinsey Anderson do that. Get there and then just dribble through it, right? And if they want to step in your way, number one, that's not going to feel very good for them. And number two, they're probably getting called for the foul, right? Because you can sort of charge ahead as long as you're dribbling and under control.
Mm-hmm.
But Westfork does such a great job of forcing you to that sideline, and then here comes the double team. Timeout, good timeout by Urick there. A little more bonus basketball here in St. Ansgar versus these Warhawks. I think we didn't run the clock for that possession either, so we'll get the clock back to right where it needs to go, 3:28. We like extra basketball.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know, these games are scheduled an hour apart. The JV girls start at 4, the JV boys start at 5, and then when you get to the varsity game, 6:15, and then 7:45 the scheduled time. So why not give them a little extra basketball?
That's right.
You're scheduling them less time anyway. Let's give them a couple minutes collectively, if possible.
Absolutely. It's a Friday night. It's frightful outside, no place to go anyway, so why not let it rain threes inside? I don't know. That was my take on let it snow. You're welcome out there. For all you creative people out there, your brain probably now hurts. I apologize. I do have some place to go, so unfortunately, I'm going to miss the varsity games. But you know what that means? I can tune in.
Oh, yes,
to Saints TV. So I won't be here, but I will be here, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to appreciate the other side of Saints TV tonight as I travel through the winter wonderland listening to the varsity games tonight. Looking forward to it.
You know, I have been on the receiving end of the Saints TV gift, and it's nice. It's really nice, you know?
Yep, and it is funny because you kind of forget when you're on this side all the time, right, of some of the niceties of that. I watched a volleyball game from a NHL hockey game in Colorado.
A game in a game.
So, yeah, exactly. You can have nights like that thanks to Saints TV, so we appreciate both sides of it. What do we have here, Kinsey? What happened? Bucket's good, and then fouled.
Fouled, and he called it intentional.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
Stolen away by Warhawks right underneath their hoop, and they'll put it back in.
That defense is tough.
Yeah.
And late in the fourth quarter, they're not lightening up, are they?
No. it's definitely one of those defenses where you got to realize somebody's coming behind you, so you don't want to pick up your dribble. You basically want to try and dribble all the way through, because as soon as you stop, you're going to have another defender right there.
Foul called on West Fork there, but they get the turnover on the inbound. Long jumper doesn't go, but Mayland tracks down the rebound. Turnover to West Fork. Be Saints basketball. Huseman thought about the three.
Good ball movement by the Saints. Three on the way, no good. Long rebound by Franzen. Huseman looks to pass it inside to Meyer, but it's knocked away by the Warhawks.
Good possession so far by the Saints here. Let's cap it off with a bucket. Steal, but a carry, I believe, is the call. So it'll stay with the Saints. They can continue this good possession here.
Meyer wide open.
Nice.
Nicely done. Jada Meyer.
That's when you know the play was executed.
When it looks that easy?
Yep.
7 points for Meyer.
Timing and everything went well.
Nice pass inside there, and Winfrey gets the bucket. She's had a good night at the JV level here tonight. Good job by Horgan to break the press there. Gets it to Rogerson, who travels. Just couldn't keep her footing. She was kind of, I think, expected more pressure from behind there, and she kind of fell backwards onto the defender.
It's funny, I see that shot clock at 34, and obviously I know it's not working, but usually it's at 35 when it's not running. So it captures my eye like every time. Yeah, like,
yep, here you.
How do we get here? It just hasn't moved.
Marsden tracks down the rebound on the missed shot. Ruckdaschel for a three. Got it.
They've hit a few of those tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they're definitely starting to shoot them. Before they weren't, but Huseman on the other side for three, no good. Almost banked in, though.
Have the Saints ladies made any threes tonight?
No. They have a couple
so.
of free throws to make them three-point plays, but no conventional three-point plays tonight.
Sounds like the coach called off their press.
Nice feed. Jumper short, though. Rebound, Huseman. Last play here in this one. Looks like we're going to dribble it out, and that will do it. The Warhawks beat the Saints 35-17. I thought my scoreboard was wrong. It turned out their scoreboard was wrong, so I was right.
Well, I've noticed. I think not only is West Fork tuning in, because we're talking about press, and then they went to press, but I think the scorekeeper's also tuning in just to make sure the score is up to date. Because yours clearly has been the right score all along. So quick update here as these ladies shake hands. The JV boys are coming out, taking the court. This is where Special K, you're welcome to stay if you'd like, Special K. I believe Night Owl's going to join us here for this one. Joe is going to stick around for this one. And then we're going to end this stream and come back to a new stream, which will be the varsity game. So that's kind of the plan here tonight. JV boys to finish up this stream, and then a new stream for varsity that will begin at 6:15. So stick around. These boys will be starting here in about 10 minutes.
Jada Meyer had 7 tonight. Hattie Rogerson with 6. Franzen and Huseman both add a bucket apiece. That's how you get to 17 for your Saints.
What's the best thing going on the concession stand tonight, Special K?
I don't know.
What do you usually get? What's your go-to? You need a little snack. What is it?
Usually the ice cream sandwich after a basketball game.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Thelma's, I believe, ice cream sandwich. Which your flavor?
S'mores.
S'mores. Okay. I don't hate it. Snickerdoodle is the right answer, but you're not far off. JV boys getting ready to go. Contrast in numbers from girls basketball to boys basketball, and this is different than when I first started going to boys basketball or basketball games period in junior high with our kids years ago. The girls would always have huge teams and the boys always had 4, right? and would borrow a kid to finish. And now 10 years later that has seemed to have completely turned on its head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now it's boys. We could play 2 games tonight. Again, we could split up and play 2 JV games, right? And everybody'd have enough with subs on the bench.
Yeah.
And the girls, basically have 1 kid on the bench for each team. So it's just, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's just a normal, natural cycle or if it's something's happening there. But an observation, I guess, here in North Iowa.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously wrestling plays a huge role in that, girls wrestling. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this with boys JV basketball. Don't go anywhere.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
At Farmer State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmer State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement, or whatever.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed and St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
The Mitchell County Substance Abuse Coalition creates awareness of the impact of substance abuse and encourages change through collaborative prevention efforts. MCSAC meets on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. at the Mitchell County Courthouse in Osage. We are looking for new members to join the coalition to work together to build healthy communities within Mitchell County.
Getting vaccinated not only protects one person from getting sick, but it also helps to prevent spreading the disease to others. Call Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination needs.
Did you know the EJ has an app? Available to download in your App Store for free. We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
The Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services proudly supports our Saints athletes. Thank you Box K Beef and Freeman Welding for your generous contributions to keep this stream free to watch.
There, you got the camera on the wall.
Okay, we got the camera on the wall. Yes, we do. So less shaking that way. The cool thing is it's just kind of set up when we get here. We love that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you are joining us solely for the JV boys game, welcome. This is Candle Genius. We got Not Your Average Joe to my right, and to his right, Night Owl. If you've been watching us since the beginning, to his right, it was Special K, but she's taking a little bit of a break right now.
She's on dinner break, right? She'll be back.
She will be back. We've got to keep Special K nurtured.
Right. Needs the energy for the last one here.
You bet. She'll come back for the girls' varsity. For those of you who are enjoying listening to the sweet tones of her voice, she'll be back. For those listening for Night Owl, he's here. He's going to bless you with his sweet tones of his own. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say, recap for those of you who just joined us. The girls drop a tough one, 35-17. West Fork wins over your Saints in the girls' JV game. Boys' JV starters, Jackson Vroom, Colton Winia, Gavin Squire, Trey Johans, and Anthony Schnabel. Schnabel. Long A?
Schnabel.
Well, depends who you
Schnabel.
talk to. Schnabel is what his parents say.
Just Schneebly.
And if you just
That's why I
with
go
Ned,
because Ned is sometimes easier for me to make sure I pronounce correctly. I always joke there's a reason my parents named me Joe. They knew that let's just keep it simple. 3 letters was enough. Nice.
That's a good start right there.
Very nice start. Jackson Vroom feeds the aforementioned Ned, and he puts it in. 2-0. Schnabel has the first for the Saints after they win the tip. Was that Johans on the tip? Won that?
Johans on the tip. You got it.
The guy skies.
It does.
Speaking of the devil.
Speaking of Johans, fast break style. We hoped for a dunk, but we'll take the layup. In that situation, there's probably a smart layup.
I agree.
Now, we saw these guys play West Fork versus St. Ansgar. That was a nice block. The JJV game, correct?
We did. Early in the season, right? Was that the first JJV game? Boy, I can't remember.
I don't feel like it was the first one.
But
Maybe it was.
Doesn't matter.
This season it's hit us like a brick wall.
It's half over. I mean, in terms of time, it's crazy. But the big break coming up here after tomorrow. No. Is there a game next week? You're my schedule guy,
There's
Eric.
no games
I always
next week.
Okay,
Nope.
so this is tomorrow Hampton Dumont varsity
is-
only, right?
Correct. Yep. Varsity girls and boys tomorrow starts at 2 here in St. Ansgar versus Hampton Dumont Cal, right?
Yes,
Got
Cal.
to get the Cal. And that's it for 2024 basketball.
Crazy.
It'll be a see you in January kind of a thing, you know.
Nice
Another
move
block.
inside, but Schnabel blocks him. Number 34, not listed on the roster.
Look at this.
They've had 2 shots down there, and both of them got blocked.
Poncho chiming in from Emily's account. What does this mean?
Whoa.
Is Poncho's real name Emily?
Or did he steal Emily's credentials and he's logged in?
I've heard about this sort of thing.
I think those two are related, Poncho and Emily. I don't know if she wants that known or not, but Broom's 3's long. Kicks to Anthony, who gets a nice rebound.
Schnabel with hops on that thing.
So Poncho on the other side of the Saints TV paradigm tonight. He's watching instead of being here. Appreciate you being there. Ponch.
Poncho was going to broadcast the 7th and 8th grade game yesterday. That, of course, thank you, weather, got canceled.
Yeah.
Didn't the JJV team play West Fork already?
They did.
Yes.
There was a whale of a game, and the Saints came out on top.
Are these some familiar faces out here? Or these
Not.
different?
So I was just looking at that roster-wise. I think different. Who makes that one for the Saints?
Schneebly.
Anthony has 4 of the Saints 6.
Good look by West Fork there. Couldn't get in the bucket.
Riker Reimers. A nice shot. Squire floater off the side of the
It's a
backboard,
pass.
but guess who's there? Anthony's got 6.
8 points scored by these Saints. 6 go to Anthony.
Four of those are just hustle boards and putbacks. Love to
Yeah,
see
he got
it.
his own rebound. I guess it was 2 baskets ago now. Got his own rebound and put her back up.
Reimers.
Look at
Martinez.
that.
3 rattles out.
Let me see if we can get that one here. Nope, not the way I got this thing set up. We don't. That was a nice block by Schneebly on that one as well.
Long
Squire.
3.
Rims out. Good job by Jackson Vroom to fight for the rebound. His putback attempt won't go. Timeout, West Fork. 8-0 start for the Saints.
I expect West Fork to be talking about some prize. See some pump fakes here soon.
Do we see some of that famous defense? Like, that's what the girls did. Our girls tied it up at half, and they came out and just smothered us with trap, press, defense to start the second half, and they never recovered.
Possibly. All I'm saying is, like, if I'm coach here, I'm thinking about Did they get blocked 3 or 4 times there? Just trying to keep in mind that we probably can pump fake once or twice here and make it a little easier on ourselves.
Yeah, Jim.
Here's a look at your scoreboard pros tonight.
An energetic-looking group. I believe that is a Peterson there in the middle and a He-Man.
We got He-Man.
And then a couple of managers there for your Saints. .234 to go in the first. Saints have an 8-0 lead. West Fork basketball. 34. That's what I was doing on my computer. I'm trying to find who 34 is. I know 34. He broke his arm once in a JV game.
Oh, is
or
he
a
here?
junior high game.
Yeah,
Isn't that 34? I think down at West Fork, it was a.
He broke his arm?
He got hurt like in a 7th grade game. That sticks out in my mind. I don't know why I remember that. But, yeah.
You know, I seem to
7th or 8th
recall
grade.
that as well.
Yeah.
I remember in West Fork, Ryan Hackbart broke someone's nose. Remember that one?
Yikes.
He did?
Yeah. It was a JV game like I don't know if it was my freshman year or sophomore year.
What game was it where Hunter Hillman got his leg just absolutely or his elbow annihilated?
His elbow, that's right.
At West Fork
like
too.
hyperextended and, yeah.
That was West Fork?
That was West Fork, too.
It was like bleeding. He landed on something,
he landed
right?
on the metal thing on the floor.
Yeah, it was like the volleyball.
Yeah. It was like
cover.
cover.
And he like needed stitches and
Yeah,
stuff,
he did.
right? I mean, it was
Yeah.
bad.
He got stitches all right.
I think
yeah, right.
The videos
Went to that
of his
home
dad.
medical clinic. I think we can talk about now. Statute of limitations is expired.
I don't know. Is there? I mean, we're not. I'm not even sure what the rules are on that.
I don't either.
There's a few times that your Hunter needed stitches for multiple occasions.
That's what happens when you play hard, right? Things happen. Foul, they're called on the floor. Max Martinek, if you're in the chat and you are a Warhawk fan, help us out. How you pronounce that last name? Martinek. Where does the emphasis go? Which syllable?
That's a great question. Oh, this is big. This is big. Can the cameraman keep up? Thanks to them slowing it down just enough. You bet.
Winia with it on the wing. Finds Schnabel inside. Turnaround jumper.
Oh, nice shot.
Pretty.
Let's see if my replay is working here.
Saints lead 10-0.
Oh,
Schnabel has 8.
Definitely not working.
Anthony whistled for the foul.
Yeah, like Hunter during football season, I remember he like shot his gun or something and caught his eye in a scope,
I
and it
remember
was like
that.
a giant gash.
Like right on above
Yeah,
his
skin
eyebrow
was, like, hanging down.
Yes. 34, who is not on the roster, so I don't have a name for, unfortunately. So again, if you're in the chat and you know his name, let us know. Misses the first. I know sometimes you get a jersey problem, creates a number change, or they're listed on the roster under a different number because they're usually varsity, that kind of stuff. So maybe something like that's going on tonight. Makes one of two, does 34 to get West Fork on the board. Here comes the press we thought we might see.
Jackson room's wide open.
Winia does a good job of dribbling up that sideline. Finds Schnabel, who's feeling
Key
it.
check.
Chili. Misses that one. Gets a free pass because he's got 8 of the Saints 10 tonight. You can miss one every now and again in basketball. We'll allow it. 44 makes the jumper. 44 is Cale Payton.
Good look.
Schnabel gets the points, but you know what? That's a Jackson Vroom bucket right there, right? Nice job by Jackson Vroom. And don't look now, Schnabel's got 10.
It's a great cut by Schnabel, too. It's kind of a... The bucket was easy, but the fact that he knew where to go.
Knew
there
where to
was
go.
good.
Yep. So, and that's why you both get to earn them, right? And that's why
Yeah.
we have the stat called assists. So Vroom with the assist, Schnabel with the bucket. Good play for the Saints. Anthony, just a freshman. Long three doesn't go at the horn, and the Saints will take a 12-3 lead into quarter number 2.
That was a fast one.
That was a fast one. Anthony Schnabel has 10. Trey Johans with the other. It's Anthony Schnabel, 10. Trey Johans, 2. West Fork, 3. They just changed the score on the scoreboard to 11, and I have no idea why.
Really?
They changed it
and now back to 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Scared me. So it was just a incorrect press of the button, because I couldn't figure out how you could get to 11 in a game like that with all twos made. That's not divisible by 2, sir.
It's really not.
No. Okay. Second quarter, 6 minutes. What do you think we'll see? What do they change? If you're West Fork, right?
West Fork.
You're used to coming up here and just beating the absolute bejesus out of this team. So what are you going to do differently in half number 2 or quarter number 2?
I liked what they were doing. I think they stick to what they were doing after that timeout. I don't know. We were kind of beating the press.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
We'll
so
see,
what do you
we'll
do
see
with
what
that?
They do.
Because you're right. I think
offensively they were doing better though. They were getting better looks.
fresh 5 for the Saints. Number 3, Porter Schwiesow. Number 10, Jager Trenton. Number 12, Landon Hillman. Number 43, Mason Beeland. And 2, Matt Clevenger. Beeland gets the rebound on the missed shot.
Now I'm telling you, these buckets have got to be harder to score on than a normal basketball court, because how many low-scoring affairs have there been here?
Yeah, a lot. No doubt. Hillman fights for the rebound, does a great job of getting it without fouling on the missed Schwiesow 3. Trenton drives. Wild shot won't go. Stop, pop, miss. Hillman rebound. Nice ball handling by Clevenger. Finds Beeland. He promised me he'd shoot that tonight. He did not.
He's got time. He's got time.
I'm going to play that for him on our trip tonight. We got 4.5 hours in the car, so I can be sure to help him with his basketball game for the entire ride.
Well, the good news is you can just replay it here, talk about it, slow it down, zoom in.
So nice to have that Saints TV.
It's a great cut.
And good feed, but the bucket won't fall. That was Clevenger and Schwiesow both doing a good job there. JT Red with a good defense. But that ball gets fed inside. Rebound by Hill. Jump ball will go to the Saints.
Even though that bucket didn't go in, I really like that look there.
I'm with you. I am with you. It's a good-looking play. We have multiple 22s on the court, gentlemen. I'll let you sort that one out. Riker Reimers is one of the 22s, and I believe the other is Dax. So that doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. Yeah, that may be right. I know Dax. Is that him? Who made that bucket for the Saints as I was trying to figure it out?
Landon
Hill.
And we've got to stop number 22 because he is hot right now.
Which number 22 we stopping? Like
little 22. Little 22.
Oops, I'm moving that camera a little too quick because this press is slowing things down.
Right, yep, that's what that means, right? You got 3 down here. There's got to be somebody up. So is that you pass your way through that? That's how you break that?
Well, yeah. I just think that these guys over here need to come up, and then one of them will be open, and if not, then the guy back here should be wide open if they follow them up there. But
gotcha.
Some coaches engaged in conversation there.
Yep. Here we go. 3. Oh, my goodness. The clock ran that entire break.
Whose clock?
Well, I don't want to say, but you know what? We have a time machine here in St. Ansgar, so we're going back to 3:57.
That's a good idea.
Let's do it. 14-11 on the reset here. Same 5 for your Saints. See what we drew up to break the press here. Going to try to pass through it. They do a good job of that. And now get an open look on this end.
Oh,
Schwiesow just a touch strong on the runner, and that won't go. Good help defense inside, but the foul is called. 22 goes to the line to shoot. I think this is Riker.
And Riker with a chance to tie this one up at 14s. What was the Saints' lead earlier in this one?
At least 8-0.
8-0. We knew that.
I'm trying to think of.
It was 12.
It was something to
2 or 3.
I think it was. 12-3. That was probably.
It's tie basketball game now. Trenton, good move inside. Shot won't go. I think he was tipped. It was tipped by West.
It was tipped.
Fork, and then he changed his mind. Tipped. It's white ball. No one knows it, including the white team.
Don't know this white ball?
I'm impressed.
They do now.
I'm impressed with some of these younger guys' ball handling skills.
Yeah.
That's how they've worked on it a little bit. Great play.
Nice.
Oh, beauty. Oof. Won't go.
Really nice inbound play, though. Saints still finding their touch around the rim tonight. It's a couple of those that just haven't fallen for the Saints. Nice job by Schwiesau to get the rebound.
Oof.
Pass a little too hot to handle. Out of bounds she goes. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 14-14. Good ball game.
Yeah, good idea on that one.
Hillman with a rebound. Look at the ball handling. The old behind-the-back dribble.
JT Red's been working on something.
Stolen away. This is 24. Not on the roster either. He's fouled.
Chase.
And gets the bucket.
Porter Schwiesau tries to work his way around the backside to make the block on that one and doesn't quite go his way.
Zach Jensen checks in. So it's Hudson Sparrow, 21. I don't think we mentioned he entered as well. Zach Jensen, number 50. Joining Schwiesau, Trenton, and Clevenger.
Saints need to slow it down here.
This defense just stifling that
It really
one.
feels like the defense really just has more pressure than it did before. They're kind of just in everyone's face now. I feel like that's just messing up the Saints.
And not even with the press, right? Just
Yeah.
every
Just
pass is
defenses,
contested.
Yeah. I kind of want
Yeah.
to see again. It just almost feels like they're basically face guarding everybody.
Also going to need a few more of those. A little help in the foul
Yeah.
department would not hurt a thing. Saints get one there. Just the first on Westwood. Schwiesau's jumper, no good. Rebound. Number 3, Dornkamp for the Warhawks. Jensen thought it was clean.
I think
the
the
referees disagree.
Whoever pushed him on the back.
Got it. So maybe it was clean on the block.
I think the block
Got
was
it.
clean. I think they just had him
That's
push
why
him.
you're here, Night Owl, to give us those little pieces of insight, because I think you're spot on.
See if we can see that here. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that, could you? Gotta get you guys a screen.
Oh, that would be kind of sweet. Just a replay screen right here.
We'll get it. We'll get it for you. Hey, this is kind of the home of St. Stephen. We get this corner. We get to kind of make it our own. We're already bringing our own furniture up here. What's
Can we do
next?
that? Can we do that thing where I can draw on the screen? Like
Annotation, we call that. Yes, we absolutely could.
That would be sweet.
See Zach Jensen shooting with his left hand on that one. I was going to say maybe that's why it didn't go in, but let's be honest. Night Owl, he's left-handed.
Is it still with the left, though?
Maybe he's actually right-handed and doesn't know it.
Stolen away by the Saints. Jensen turns it over.
Got to widen my ankle a little bit here. These guys are moving so fast.
They are moving quickly. 21 with the heat check. Cold. Jensen tries to save it, but his foot is on the line, must be the call. The mustachioed referee. The eagle eye.
And these quarters are going by quick.
Right, we're almost to half here. It's the best looking mustache I've seen on a ref all year. Good job, young man. Stolen away, run out the other end. Is good. And the West Fork lead is 5. Now their pressure has created some open men under this basket. We just got to find them.
There he is.
Nice.
You called it.
Zach Jensen has his first bucket of the night.
I got to get my replay machine dialed in here, guys. My goodness.
Like I said, I'm liking a lot of these looks by the Saints, but some of them just aren't going in. That one did.
That one did. Nice defense inside by Jensen. Pass ahead. Clevenger.
Oof. That one off Suisaw as he skies his way out of bounds.
10 seconds left, which is an eternity in basketball. You have time to do all of that, in fact, before the clock expires. But the jumper doesn't go, and it's 19-16. The Warhawks have the lead after the first half here in St. Ansgar. Anthony Schnabel played one quarter, has 10 points. Landon Hillman with 2, Trey Johans with 2, and Zach Jensen with 2.
Looks like they'll be taking a 5-minute half. We'll take 5 minutes to hear from our sponsors. These are the sponsors that keep Saints TV free to watch. If you'd like to contribute, a little QR code down there in the bottom of your screen. We'll show you that little video, tell you a little bit about it. We'll be back in just a few short minutes. Don't go anywhere.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
The Mitchell County Substance Abuse Coalition creates awareness of the impact of substance abuse and encourages change through collaborative prevention efforts. MCSAC meets on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. at the Mitchell County Courthouse in Osage. We are looking for new members to join the coalition to work together to build healthy communities within Mitchell County.
Getting vaccinated not only protects one person from getting sick, but it also helps to prevent spreading the disease to others. Call Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination needs.
Did you know the EJ has an app available to download in your App Store for free? We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
The Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services proudly supports our Saints athletes. Thank you, Box K Beef and Freeman Welding, for your generous contributions to keep this stream free to watch.
It's been a wonderful experience having our kids come to We Saints. Each child is taken care of like they're our own kids.
I'm really excited about the future for We Saints.
We're excited to get a grant for this expansion, and we'll be able to take 50 more children once our expansion is complete.
Our community has been incredibly supportive, whether it be from donations or people just banding together to help out with small projects.
The staff are friendly, the atmosphere is great, and there's a great daily structure. Stacyville Kids Care is very important to the community because it helps bring in young families in the community, which in turn helps our small businesses and our community overall.
We are striving for greatness and pushing all the boundaries to be great. We try to give every child what they need developmentally, emotionally, socially. My favorite thing about bringing her to Kids Care has been the vocabulary that she brings home.
We're not going to miss a thing.
Nope, we are back. This happens fast around here. These boys are just kind of moseying on the court. Things are quiet around here, and then boom, we're playing.
Boom. I got a message from a visitor in the stand over there that wants to know if we can turn some music on because it sounds like a library in here. I think he's right. Maybe that's what we're missing.
It might be.
Jensen with a nice shot.
But they don't do that for the JV. Why do
I
they
know
not
why,
just,
and that
like,
was
it's the
that's
easiest
my
thing.
question. Yeah, that's what I told him. I don't know why we don't do that for JV. Turn a little music on.
It's one of those things we probably could do from here if we chose to.
Probably right. Nice long three-pointer for the Warhawks. So Jensen gets the bucket, but the Warhawks answer with a three.
Good pass.
Schriesau misses, or rebound. Westwork. You got Clevenger, Schriesau, Jensen, Sparrow, Broom. You're 5 for the Saints.
I say we have a clear. You talked about early on about, excuse me, just the numbers of boys, and we could play 2 JV games tonight. And I would say, in a sense, we kind of are. We have your first quarter
You're right.
team. This is our second. Obviously, our third quarter team is our second quarter team. We're not. It doesn't seem like we're intermixing those guys, and obviously we know a little bit about game counts and quarter counts and why it matters and things like that. So I understand why they're doing it, and I kind of like the decision to keep these guys together. But I expect to see these guys for the remainder of this quarter and a whole new set of fellas for quarter number 4.
I would guess you're right. A tussle for the basketball leads to West Fork ball. And maybe a scrambling tussle, a specialty kind of tussle here on that possession.
We're going to have to, at some point, talk about the different types of tussles.
For sure. Maybe we'll detail those on our shirt that we're going to sell, the tussle shirt.
We will be selling a tussle
Great
shirt.
shot.
Nice shot. Nice move by Schriesau. He gets on the board, his first points of the night.
Another great look.
Not to be confused with a tassel shirt, which would be something completely different. But
totally different.
Expect the tussle shirt at some point this year.
3 from 3. No good. Rebound, Broom. The defensive intensity seems to have decreased a bit. If that's a player thing or an energy thing, I'm not sure, but the Warhawk defensive intensity is down. That's a positive for your Saints. They've crawled back into this one, can tie it with 2 Jensen free throws here. First one's right through.
That's a beautiful shot.
Second one. No good. Rebound, 34. Ball movement is always good. Watching these Warhawks is always fun. They move the ball well. Good defense by Sparrow. He's whistled for the infraction, but I like it. You get 5.
It's good in-your-face defense there.
Trenton takes over for Sparrow. He'll get a breather.
JT.
Dunk it.
The red on the big loopy dunk. Was that a dunk?
The Saints have the lead, 23-22. That is a 5'3" guy dunk.
I like it.
How high do you think his vert would have to be for him to be able to dunk the ball?
100, a lot. And I'm not a tall guy either, JT, so I'm not at all hating on you, as the kids say.
No, he's a heck of an athlete.
Yes, but he'd have to jump a real long way to dunk it. I think he'd need some propulsion. Because I'm not tall and he's not as tall as I am, so that's how I know.
I'm a bit taller than him and I still can't dunk, so.
So you've seen it each way, huh? I got it. Oh. Hillman on the court for the Saints.
I think I might have got that from Candle Genius. I don't know.
Well, you know,
your dunking abilities or lack thereof.
His leaping ability in general, it sounds like he's attributing to your genetics.
I hate to brag, so I
but
have no
he got
comment.
it all from you.
He got it all from me.
I don't know. It could go either way.
I always considered myself.
I'm not sure Mrs. Candle Genius could jump very high either.
3 no good. Foul on the rebound as Vroom, I think, brings it in. That is the call. So foul on Westford. St. Ansgar basketball here. Slap that press back on. Good job, Clevenger, dribbling through it. But then a little wild on the pass, trying to find Vroom underneath. Right idea, right?
Timeout Saints here.
It's the right idea. It's what you want to see there, right? You broke the press with just that dribble, and then you see the open guy. No, just got to execute. That's a JV thing. They'll figure it out. They'll execute. But good to have the vision to see it.
Yeah. It was there.
That's why we play the games, I guess.
Zip giving him a passionate talk there. Not really sure about what, but something.
You could see the passion
You could see
radiate.
It. That's the most passion I've seen Zip show.
He didn't like something he saw there, so he's got a little correction made here, and here we go. Let's see what it looks like. Defensively here for your Saints. Trail by 2. Good back and forth affair here in the boys JV game.
In case you haven't seen, Zip's not the most emotional guy. He'll say
it's more inward.
He'll see something crazy and then he'll just act like he's seen it, act like it's normal.
3 on the way.
Like crazy good.
Nothing but the bottom on that one. Wiseman.
Those threes are really the difference of this game right now. How many threes? I mean, I don't know. Are you keeping track?
I do not.
Threes?
No, I'm not keeping track of their stats. I can barely keep our own.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering.
Yep. Vroom answers at the other end.
He does. Now let's try that replay.
Just
let's see if
in time. Needed that one.
Goodness, we got a replay going just in the nick of time.
Beautiful. Mid-range?
Short.
No good. Out of bounds, Saints basketball.
Hillman wisely decides to just lay off that one. We'll just take it nice and slow, set the play up here.
Vroom's fouled. The third of the quarter by the Warhawks. Minute 19 to go in the third.
Saints down by 2 in the third quarter of this one, 26-28. Not your average Joe, just mentioned the third foul by these Warhawks. At 5, Saints shoot free throws. Great job by JT Red on that.
He just kind of sensed that, got that guy off his feet, and
The old pump fake.
Yeah.
Step through.
nice move.
Like to see
Like
it.
JT.
Great defense.
Oh, wow.
Matty, they get it inside. Matty Clev just jumps on it.
That's a nice play by the Saints. Doesn't quite go for Hillman.
Trenton's called for the foul. Three fouls for the Saints now. Each team has a 1 to give with just 30 seconds left. In the corner. 3 finally misses, but Warhawks get the rebound and the mid-range goes. Number 44, Cale Payton, the bucket. Trenton kicks to Schwiesow for 3.
Bang.
Got it.
That's a couple threes here by these Saints here in the third quarter.
Have the lead, 31-30. 2 seconds left in the quarter.
back.
Long three. 31-30, the Saints lead it as we head to the fourth quarter.
Now, you mentioned it earlier, like what a difference the threes have in the game. Saints with 2 in the third quarter. And looky here, we have a lead by 1. And I expect to see a whole new crew of Saints coming in here for the fourth quarter of this one.
Anthony Schnabel has 10 points, hasn't played since the first quarter. Trey Johans with 2, hasn't played since the first quarter. Porter Schwiesow with 2, Jagger Trenton with 2, Landon Hillman with 2, Jackson Vroom with 3, Zach Jensen with 4. That's your scoring for the Saints. So the Saints have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with points tonight.
With a real Slim Shady, please stand up.
Please stand up.
He's sitting down.
The real Slim Shady is sitting down.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Slim.
He's not a rule follower.
That's his new Saints TV nickname is Slim Shady. That might be Joe Clevenger underneath that Slim Shady hair.
We can stretch this even further. We can call him Jim.
Yeah.
Slim Shady, Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.
It is
and avocado
crazy how much he
right
looks
there.
like Marshall Mathers in his prime. No doubt about it. The kids know who Slim Shady is? Is he relevant enough where a 17-year-old will know who that is?
I mean, he did release a new album a little bit ago.
All right. So you think there's a pretty good chance that Joe knows who we're talking about?
Joe
Look
100% knows who we're talking about.
Look at that move by the freshman Trey Johans. He's got 4 points and limited playing time here at the JV level. Reason for that is we'll see him at the varsity level. Turnover, West Fork. Saints have the 3-point lead.
Great eyeballs by the zebra there. I just didn't know if he did.
They've got Schnabel, Johans, Squire, Trenton, and Winia on the court.
Great look.
Schnabel's fouled.
Now, have you thought about joining the ranks of Zebrahood yourself? Obviously, you got good eyes. You know the game.
Possibly.
Which sport of the 3 that you starred in here at St. Ansgar, yes, I use the word so I can use it, would you officiate? You're king for the day. You get to pick whatever you want. Which one would you officiate? The crowd wants to know. Needs to know.
Probably baseball. Baseball.
Baseball, and then number 2?
Probably basketball.
Basketball, and then football third.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I feel like in football, there's just such a big area. You'd have to look and see.
Yeah. I know baseball better than I know football, but I would officiate football before I would baseball.
You would, you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Nice put back there by Winia. The power of numbers, the power of a team.
Yeah.
Right? Versus in baseball, you're kind of, especially if you're the plate ump, you're kind of out there on an island by yourself. Versus in football, they all have little radios. They talk to each other. Hey, I think I saw a hold over here.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
So they got that team aspect of it that I like. And I really, really, really like watching football. Foul on the floor is going to be the call. On the Saints. They have a 6-point lead.
I'm just thinking of, like, I feel like baseball might be the easiest sport to officiate.
Yep. No, in terms of numbers of rules and things you got to know for sure. Football is, I think, very complicated and very, are you calling this one or not? There's a ton of gray area. There's holding on every play, they say, and you got to figure all that out. So, yeah, I'm with you there. Whereas baseball's pretty cut and dry. Now, they might not like it, what you saw, but there's no complicated rule to unravel.
And it's not like everyone, like, if you play not everyone's not actually expecting you to make every
100% of the calls.
Yeah.
Sure, yep. Frantic pace here in the start of the fourth quarter has been advantage Saints, but turnover there.
Now, do you think you would have a difficult time umpiring a baseball game against your old coaches?
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's cut open a vein here. This will be.
Well, I mean, obviously these are the coaches that taught you how to play the game, and then you go umpire, and obviously never probably in the history of all of baseball have both coaches from both teams agreed with all of the calls.
With everything, right. Answer the question, young man.
I don't know, it's a tough. I mean, obviously, I just have to ignore the fact that they're my coaches, but
that's the right answer.
I could probably.
That is the right answer. Got to call a fair game, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
I could probably be a little bit more. I don't know, like the right word is, but
subconsciously, I think we could influence you, whether you wanted to be influenced or not. And I'm serious. You know what I mean? It would be in the back of your mind, like, oh gosh. He's probably right. He's usually right. He's saying I'm wrong, so I'm probably wrong.
I feel like I would like. I feel like I know you guys' tendencies more though.
Yeah, that is
true.
true.
Like I could.
That is definitely true. I wouldn't want to coach against you guys. I could tell you that. I'd let you umpire games. I wouldn't want to coach against you. Nice move by Winia inside. That lid on the bucket prevents it from falling. I don't think it's fair that we have to play with the lid on it.
Just for a little while, Joe.
Okay, 36-32. Schnabel's going to get that lid off that bucket right here. Squire drive. Kicks out. Johans, good feed inside to Porter Schweisow.
Hey.
Lid is off. Leads back to 6. Nice feed there.
It's great. Not sure.
Good defense. Standing on the line, or what do we call there, sir?
Call it carry.
Carry. Thank you. I did not. A carry.
I didn't think that he was like really in control of the ball there. But
Yep. And that's the question, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
It is a carry if you deemed he had control. It's not if he did not. Nice rebound by Winia.
That's a risky little pass there.
Squire smartly brings it back, gets set here. Into the lane. Travel.
Saints up by 6 in this one with 2:28 remaining in the game.
Been a fun JV game. Well played JV game.
I like the coaching strategy, too. Kind of keep these two groups of guys together, each of them playing a half, which doesn't count as a full game. Or a game at all, for that matter, right? As far as weekly totals. Or not weekly, is it? It's yearly totals.
Yearly. Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Saints just needs a good bucket here, and then they can start milking the clock on the other side.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to go here, right?
Another carry.
With 2 minutes to go here, that was a very important possession, is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Doesn't go the Saints' way. They have lost some games down the stretch at this JV level in the last 2 minutes. Let's see if they can learn from those last couple and clean it up here and finish this one. 4-point lead, 2 minutes to go. West Fork will have the basketball. when we go back to action. And we've seen what they can do shooting-wise, right? They are a good shooting team. Saints defense will have to try to lock down here.
Yeah, these guys can hit their threes, and defensively, we've been doing a pretty good job against their full-court press, but we know they got it. We know they're well coached. Anything can happen. 2 minutes ago, 4-point game. See an extra Clevenger in the stands today. Hannah. Home from
Hannah
college.
Clevenger, home from the University of Missouri, I believe. Is that accurate? Am I right on that?
I
thought
think so.
I thought so. I think I saw her at the hardware store, said things were going well.
Did you visit all the stores today?
I visited
Not
a
your
lot
average
of
Joe.
stores today. I did. It was run some errands before a little weekend getaway here with Beelan's. Not that you guys care, but there it is. A nice feed from
Saints have
Winnie.
decided to apply a little pressure of their own.
We need a defensive stop here.
Floater won't go, but he gets his own rebound, does 21. Schnabel knocks it away. Out of bounds off of Saint. It'll stay with the Warhawks. Minute 43 officially. The Saints lead by 6. Fouls not an issue for either team at this point. And probably won't be with minute 43 to go. Nice job by Squire to get a hand on that one, but it'll be West Fork basketball. Couple seconds come off the clock.
Jack Stream checks in for Porter's Pizza.
See what the Warhawks have drawn up here. Whatever it was, the Saints defense disrupted
Yeah,
it.
that was great defense. I'll step in.
Good improvisation there, though, for the Warhawks. 2 number 12s, either Swenson or Weissman.
Okay, we need to slow down here. We need to milk this clock.
Right?
As long as
Play
we
with the
can.
lead. Play with the lead. No need to be in a hurry. Get a clean, wide open look. Go ahead. Otherwise, burn some clock. Schnabel been blocked or stripped there. One of the two. He's fighting for it at the other end, though. Foul. Question mark? Timeout. I wonder what the call was. Timeout. Good timeout by the Saints coaching staff there. West Fork coaching staff doesn't like it. They allowed him to take the timeout there.
So what happened? I'm kind of confused here. You let me know.
Okay.
So the shot clock, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Did the other team ever have possession? Like really?
Well, the shot clock is off tonight in the JV game.
I forgot.
That's
So, like,
why.
at 34
But that's why
on
you're
that.
confused. And it's at
Yeah.
34, so it's caught us off guard a couple of times, too, because we're like, well, is this thing on or not? And no, it's not on. But, yeah, that would have been, and maybe that's, and not just maybe, I think I know that's part of why a lot of times in these JV games that shot clock is off, is because there's nobody to run it. Because it takes somebody who really knows what they're doing to run that thing. That's a hard job.
I would surely not be qualified.
No, me neither. I could study it and prepare, and I still don't think I'd be qualified.
I have ran it before.
And how was it?
You know, there was a few hiccups, but
Yeah. You did all right?
it was fine.
All right. Good job by Winnie there to save a possession.
That was a nice recovery. I thought that was going out of bounds, and Winnie is like,
I mean, there's no,
Flash.
like we said, there's no shot clock. We can just dribble this out.
If you're West Fork, you may have to foul here. And they do, but they get Anthony, Mr. Automatic, at the free throw line. They should have told him
you
his
said
nickname.
something.
They should have told him his nickname. No, I can't even
You
curse.
said something.
Well, you know what? He doesn't get to shoot anyway. Because that is only the second foul. Again, advantage Saints on the foul count. They got to do that 3 more times.
what do you think of that? Just keeping the ball outside and no shot clock and just trying to just make the clock. You think these guys should just like try to get some points on the board?
What do you mean, other than just trying
Well,
to
I mean,
pass
like
it around?
obviously, if there was a shot clock, they would have to take a shot, right? They can't just pass
I see
around
what
for
you're
a
saying.
minute.
Yeah.
Like, is it Is it appropriate to, obviously you want to waste some time, but is it appropriate to waste a full minute because there's no shot clock?
I mean,
What's
there's
your
no
take?
shot clock. I mean,
Do you say yeah?
ask Rockford.
Well, I'm
right
not
before
asking
at the varsity level, they would do that, right?
Yeah.
It's the very reason I asked the question, because Rockford did that for 2.5 minutes against
No,
us.
yeah, Rockford literally, I think, passed around for 2 minutes and then took a shot.
First free throw is good. Cuts the lead to 1 possession. 21 at the line. Max makes 1 of 2. Winnie with a huge rebound there. Foul called. 5 seconds officially remain in this one. Just the 3rd foul.
Don't know what happened to Schnabel, but he holding his nose perhaps?
And face area. 30-second timeout. Schnabel tries to recover from that one. Looked, got an elbow maybe. Just I didn't see any of
I
it,
have
but
no
just the
idea.
way he's holding his
Yeah.
face.
I was trying to figure it out.
I'm not sure there's anything to see down there, but we'll go take a look.
It's like we got a bloody nose or something.
Here's a replay of
Possibly.
it right here. We'll just kind of jog through
Oh, here we
this.
go. We can see it.
There's Schnabel, and up he goes, and there it is right there,
Just
folks.
a basketball play, nothing intentional, obviously, but
just an elbow
but it still
to
hurts.
the nose.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. You kind of see him going down. Hey, he went all the way down on that one. Yep. That's I can see why he's hurting right now. Hopefully he's okay.
Five seconds to go. The Saints have a 3-point lead and the basketball. Beelan checks in for Schnabel. Broom in there. Gavin Squire has it. Gets it to Winnie. Saints are going to pass it around. They got a foul again. They cannot. They run out of time, and that'll do it. The Saints JV team beats West Fork 40-37. Those are words I don't say often over the years.
No, we don't. West
Right?
Fork.
Where Saints basketball beats West Fork, I believe at the varsity level, and the boys, it's never happened.
Never
in fact,
happened.
Maybe tonight is the night.
Possibly.
I'll be watching on
think
Saints
maybe
TV.
tonight
I can't wait to tune in and listen. Let's go through a few points here.
Let's do it.
Here quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points for Anthony Schnabel. He leads all scorers for the Saints. Trey Johans had 4. Porter Schwiesau with 2. Trenton with 2. Hillman with 2. Winnie with 2. Jackson Broom made a 3. And Zachary Jensen finishes the night with 4 points. That's your scoring for the Saints as they win it 40-37.
I think a big thing is, like what you said before, where we've had a lot of close games at the JV level, so they've just learned from that. And
They did a really nice job of closing it out
They
tonight. And we hadn't done that a couple of times this year in games that up here it looked like, we probably had the advantage with 3-4 minutes to go, right? And weren't able to close them out. So it's not about winning necessarily at this level, but having that desire and learning and understanding. Hey, here's what it feels like to compete, and here's here's how we do it the right way to close out a game. And in basketball, that's a ton of it, right? It's how do you finish? How do you close when you have an 8-point lead with 2 minutes to go in basketball? You shouldn't lose, right? By all accounts, but teams do it all the time.
That happens all the time.
By all the time. So learning how to fight through that is super important, and that's why they play these games. The Saints, I think, displayed that tonight. Hey, we learned from a couple of those last couple weeks and fought through it tonight against a good West Fork team. Good win for your Saints JV.
You got it. We'll take it. And with that, we're going to end this stream here, but we'll be back in just a couple minutes with the very next stream on the lineup. Check it out. Set your alerts. We'll take just a couple minutes, and then we'll be back with the beginning of that one. Who's joining us to broadcast that one? Well, it'll be me, Candle Genius. It'll be Night Owl. Joe's taken off, but don't you worry. Special K will be here in his stead. And I do believe we may even see sometime, somewhere, somehow, Duke Scoop will be joining us for that one. So you're not going to want to miss it. That's all for these JV games. We'll be back in just a few minutes with St. Ansgar Varsity Girls.
Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next year. For me.